Good evening and welcome along to the Kia Club Series with Chris Glazing and XL Designs here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. It's rounds 13 and 14 of the championship here at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace, and well, we've got an exciting evening of racing to come along here for you tonight. We're just in the start of qualifying. The first few qualifying times are coming through, but well, it's Paul Smith here, alongside me is Adam Bath, as always, with Samuli Kumo on the cameras. And Adam, we're going into the final stretch of races now, and the championship is still as close as ever, and you just cannot predict who's going to win this title.
Yeah, it is a bit on the knife edge at the moment. Yeah, 12 races completed, only 8 to go, including the 2 that we're having tonight. Pete Harrod does lead Ben Gregory by 50 points, however, that is no guarantee of safety at the moment for the reigning series champion. There have been a lot of retirements from the lead the last few races. Roy Verke lies in 3rd, then it is Adam Gosling 4th, Patrick Sakovic in 5th, Andrew Woodhouse in 6th, Alex Bristow 7th, Chaz Draker 8th, Piers Pryor 9th, and Tom Stanley rounding out the top 10. Only 300 points or so covering the top 10, and it's very close in amongst the top 5, 6 and 7 positions in the championship there, so very close in the Drivers' Championship. Over in the team standings, CQR lead Race Hub, Team Dial Up in 3rd, Club 73 in 4th, and Crest SVR in 5th. XLD Motorsport, they had a good race meeting last time out. They're up to 6th, with Gone Broke Racing 7th, Chevy Bird 8th, Team Mad 9th, and Subaru View rounding out the top 10 in the team standings.
Yeah, so we're saying the top 2 really have pulled away in the team standings, but it's that battle for 3rd place that's quite intriguing, because you've got Team Dial Up, Club 73 and Crest SVR. They're all within sort of about 100 points or so of each other. That's going to be an interesting one to see how that goes out towards the end, because they'll all be wanting to just finish in that 3rd place. Yeah,
they'll be wanting to finish inside the top 3, and they'll be making sure that they get consistent finishes in these final few rounds. Even though the drivers want to get those wins on the board, you still need to get those points in for the team's championship, of course. And yeah, Team Dial Up versus Club 73, 28 points between them. That's definitely likely to change if one of them encounters trouble in one of the 2 races tonight.
And well, we're at the Interlagos circuit, and it's a historic track. It's one that's been used for decades in the Formula One series, and it all seems to produce really good racing. It's a track of 2 halves, really, with the fast section all the way through from Young Cow all the way through down to turn 4. But then you've got that tight infield section, and also it's an anti-clockwise track as well, which there's very few anti-clockwise tracks in the world.
Yeah, only here in Imola or so were the only anti-clockwise circuits back in the day, and then I think we had Istanbul along with it, so not too many Abu Dhabi as well. Yeah, I don't think Singapore was one of them, but yeah, only very rare we have anti-clockwise circuits. Also we have Magny Cours, that also springs to mind. But yeah, any track that lends itself to slipstreaming suits the Kia well. We had Watkins Glen, of course, and we've got here at Interlagos as well. The run out of Zhengzhou down towards the Senores, there's going to be plenty of slipstreaming going on there. And from watching this Kia go around this circuit plenty of times over the past few years, we've always had great racing here. 2 20-minute races, of course, in the offering. And yeah, I think it's going to continue here tonight.
So in qualifying at the moment, we've got about 3 minutes left in qualifying. It's Ben Gregory of Race Hub doing really well there. He's up in provisional pole. Pete Harrod in 2nd by 2/10 behind him. Adam Gosling in 3rd place in the run. So Race Hub having a really good run of it, because Chaz Draycott is in 4th place. So out of the top 4 on the 2nd place isn't a Race Hub car. So this track really suiting that team to the ground, with Piers Pryor currently in 5th place and Roy Verke in 6th. So Race Up, they'll be hoping for a really good round this time. Looking really strong in qualifying, they'll be hoping to take that forward into the first race.
Yeah, only sitting 159 points behind CQR, our Race Hub. And if they finish in those positions, they'll definitely be putting the pressure on them, because there are a whole load of points on offer, of course, for the team's championship. And a whole load of prizes on there for them as well. So Pete Harrod, he's pulling the party line here for CQR. He needs to make sure his teammates are still getting the finishes in, even though they might not be as high on the grid as he is at the moment. They need to make sure that they're getting to the end and getting those points on the board, because getting a 0 will be so detrimental to their championship aspirations.
Well, that's it. Maciej Sakovic is in 9th place at the moment on the grid. Cars still setting lap times. Alex Bristow's yet to set a lap time in qualifying. Bit of sad news is Linus Broström won't be joining us for tonight. He has been trying to get into practice and that, but he's been having a few technical issues, so he's decided to miss out this week. So disappointing to not see Linus today. But yeah, there's a few cars that we're waiting for times from. Clinton Bell, Andrew Woodhouse, Michael Jones, Trevor Blackburn, Ethan McColgan. We just need to mention him. He's new to the series, and Alex Bristow as well. Ben Palmer as well, of course, is another driver who's new to the series. He did qualify last week, but he was having technical issues last week, so finally he's resolved those gremlins and he's back with us. And he should be an interesting one, because he has got the pace. As I say that,
yeah.
He just goes into 4th place on the grid.
I was going to say, he didn't qualify on pole, did he, at the last race meeting?
4th. He was
fourth
pole for a long time, though, yeah.
He was near the front of the grid there. It was such a shame not to see him participate there. Raced in the other series that we run on a Thursday night. So it'll be interesting to see how he runs here. And yeah, top 4 position for him at the moment. Very close to qualifying times if we look at them. 1:36.7 for Ben Gregory, down to 1:37.0 for Chaz Draco. That's covering the top 5. And then from Piers Pryor in 6th, down to 11th Tristan Bonnis. That's another half a second. So this track getting pretty close lap times here, and we're just getting into the final 30 seconds of the qualifying session now, so we'll see if anyone is able to improve on their lap time.
Yeah, as you say, the last 30 seconds of this qualifying, Adam Gosling has made it ahead of Parrott now, so he's up to 2nd place in qualifying. Pete dropping down to 3rd. Roy Verke, he's up to 5th place now, just setting his fastest lap on that last lap that he did. So he'll be finishing off. Piers Pryor just going through turn 3 there, down towards turn 4. It's a good overtaking spot to turn 4. If you can get your braking right, then you can stick it down the inside and make that move. He goes across the curbs there, using as much of the curb on the outside as he dares. You don't want to end up on that AstroTurf, because it will give you an instant point there, and it's not the easiest track to pick up instant points there, but once again, you know, these drivers will have to be conscious of that, especially on a few of these corners, just running a little bit wide, and it'll soon rack up here, Adam.
Yeah, I think that AstroTurf on the exit is very punishing for the drivers, because it's just so easy to run onto it on the exit of the corner. You just want to carry the most speed through as you can, and that's what picks up an incident point. What Piers Pryor is coming up to now, though, is the iRacing stewards have been pretty lenient with us here, because the drivers are allowed to run onto this mesh sort of surface on the exit of the left-hander heading up towards the Junchao like he's doing there. You don't pick up an incident point there, so the drivers are allowed to get a wide entry into that final corner almost, and let the car go as quick as they can through this very fast section where, of course, Mark Webber had his huge incident in Formula 1 and in sports cars in recent years. Piers Pryor coming to the line then, currently 7th. Checker flag is in the air.
It's got a slipstream as well, hasn't it?
Got a slipstream off one of the CQR cars. Across the line he goes. 1:37.3, just 0.2 of a second slower than his personal best, so he doesn't improve and stays in 7th.
Yeah, so we've just got a last few cars setting lap times. We've got Darrell Rampton just coming through. He's going to come across the line here now. Will he improve on a 1:38.2? No, he won't. He gets a 1:39.1, so he doesn't improve. Dave Crozier as well. He's heading to the pits, so he won't be doing that. Chris Sherburn, is he on a lap? It looks a very slow lap if he is on one. He's taking a very wide entry through this infield section. And yeah, it looks like he's on a slow down lap there. I'm just seeing if there's anybody else actually on a lap here. It doesn't look like there is. So Ethan McColgan coming across the line, but he doesn't set a lap time there. So I think we are pretty much on for unless Adam Gosling can set a lap time here, because he's coming into Young Cow now. And but it's so important to get your line right, and he doesn't get it right there. He goes all over the grass crate on the outside of that curbing there onto the Stamford Straight, because it's so important to carry that speed through here. He's got the slow-moving Chris Sherburn there, but he shouldn't get in the way, and he's run out of time there. So Adam, talk us through the grid.
Here we go then. Let's have a look at the grid for race 1 of the evening. Ben Gregory is on pole position. Adam Gosling lining up alongside him on the front row. Pete Harrods, championship leader, reigning series champion, is in 3rd. Ben Palmer 4th. And in the Triple 8 car, 5th Roy Ververke, 6th Chaz Draycott, 7th Piers Pryor, 8th it is Maciek Sakovic, 9th Ian Roskell, and manning out the top 10 it is Adam Hadfield. 11th for Sam Reed, 12th Tristan Bodis, 13th Clinton Bell, 14th Ashley Blake Hood, 15th for Chris Wood, 16th Perry Warburton, 17th for Ben Warburton, 18th Sean Gardner, Mark Woodhouse 19th, Stuart Atkinson rounding out the top 20, 21st Darrell Rampton, 22nd James Leggett, 23rd for Jason Rowe, 24th David Crozier, 25th for Jan Mari Raipolina, 26th Max Wright, 27th Trevor Blackburn, 28th Dale Green, 29th Neil Rocks, and 30th it is Jim Flanagan, 31st Rick Scott, 32nd Christopher Sherburn, and the cars that didn't set a lap time, 33rd Bamber, 34th Woodhouse, 35th Brostrom, 36th Bristow, 37th Michael Jones at the back, and 38th is Ethan McColgan.
Well, there we go. So well done, Adam. I think you need an award for that because it is a big grid here. 37 cars because, of course, Linus won't be taking the start of this one. But we're all set here for 20 minutes around this Interlagos circuit. It is one of the most famous circuits in world motorsport. Always produces fantastic racing. It also can have some big accidents here as well. So drivers hopefully will be taking it easy, especially into that turn 1. But we're all set then for 20 minutes in the Kia Club Series with Crest Glazing and XL Designs. The red light is going to come on now. The drivers wait for that green light. It's on, and the way they go from the start here. Good start from Ben Gregory there, with Adam Gosling alongside him as well, going into turn 1. Pete Harrod is right up behind Gregory though, as they're going to turn 1. Big accident towards the back.
Oh, no.
Ben Gregory as well. Getting involved in something there. That was a huge incident. Who was involved in that one at the back? We've got all sorts of accidents going on still. Hopefully everyone could get through, but some big ones. Oh, Andrew Woodhouse, one of our championship contenders. He's got a huge amount of damage on there. Alec Bristow is struggling as well with a lot of damage. Hopefully everyone can get going, but yeah, some big incidents there at the start.
Jim Flanagan and David Crozier also involved at the back. Ben Gregory, the car is crabbing. He's going to have to limp back to the pits, and he'll be lucky if he hasn't picked up a meatball card. But here comes Ben Gregory. I hear more contact. Paul, I don't know what's going on there, but it looks like everyone's going through the Farangina as good as they can. Let's see what's going on though for Ben Gregory and Ben Palmer. Palmer passed Draycott, sorry. Gregory's the one tumbling down the order, I think.
Yeah, it's Gregory who is tumbling down the order, but it's Adam Gosling at the front there with Pete Harrod in second. Piers Pryor made it up to 3rd place. Ben Palmer in 4th place with Chaz Draycott 5th. Adam Hadfield up to 6th place already. Fantastic start from him there. Up 4 places there. Maciej Sakovic 7th with Ian Roskell 8th. We've got more contact at Young Cow as well. It's just all happening here at the start. There's a lot of cars to get through here. And so far everybody's seeming to be still going. We've just got 3 cars in the pits for the time being, but across the line they go then. It's Adam Gosling at the front, Pete Harrod though putting the pressure on early here, and well, we've got just over 18 minutes to go in this race still, and Gosling under intense pressure for the time being as they head through there, as Ben Gregory's still falling down the order. I think he's gone to the pits.
Yeah, Gregory in the pits, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's a meatball flag for the race-up car, and unfortunately that's one of them gone already. Then here comes Adam Gosling in towards Casino del Lago, then it's Pete Harrod, then Piers Pryor, Ben Palmer, Chaz Draycott, Adam Hadfield, then it's the other CQR car, Maciej Sakovic, then Ian Roskell, Sam Reed side by side with Tristan Bodis,
yeah,
going through the left-hander and up towards this uphill right. See if he can get the move done. Bodis down the inside. And that's a good move. Bodis up to, I think that is 9th place.
Yes, it is 9th place for Tristan there. And these four, are falling back from the 3 in front of them. And we're just getting these little clumps of cars here in this race. There is a bit more closer battling further down with Trevor Blackburn involved with Max Wright and Sean Gardner and Ashley Blake. Ashley Blake could actually really down the order. He's not liking this track at all, but he did start 14th. He's currently in 14th at the moment, so he's lost a few positions on this lap because he was 11th at the end of that last lap. But yeah, it's still this battle. Well, Piers Pryor has made it past Pete Harrod. So Harrod down to third place, and Piers Pryor now, he's going to try and start hunting down Adam Gosling for that lead, but change of second place there. Ben Palmer sticking with them along with Chaz Draycott, who's sticking in the back of them. Palmer looking to the inside of Pete Harrod into turn 1, into the centre S, and that'll be another place lost for Pete. And he, of course, the championship leader, Series 2 champion, he's fallen down the order slightly this last lap, 2 places lost.
Fantastic move by Gregory down into the centre S. Showed the use of the slipstream there on Chaz Draycott and on Pete Harris, and Harris, who lost that second place to Piers Pryor just a few corners previous to that on that lap, has now lost third place as well. So Harris down to fourth. Shouldn't be too disheartened from that, of course, because he has still got quite a comfortable championship lead. So he needs to just remember to get the points on the board. But I'm sure that Harris will still be eager to go for those wins.
Well, that's it. Ben Gregory is one of his championship rivals, and because of that incident at the start for him, that means that he is down the order. He's down in 33rd place. We've got Roy Ververke. Where is he at the moment? He is...
Pryor's taking the lead.
Yeah, Pryor's taking the lead. Oh, contact Gosling!
And here comes Palmer.
Oh, Palmer's going to... but Piers Pryor pushing Palmer at the limit. Gosling sideways, made contact with Palmer there. Palmer, he's trying to force his way through. Pete Harrod is under pressure from Chaz Draycott, but Gosling is under pressure from Harrod as well. And they're going side by side all the way through Young Cow up the hill. It's important to carry the speed all the way up here for Pete Harrod. He's got that inside line though. Gosling on the outside there. The side by side, and also ahead side by side Ben Palmer and Piers Pryor. Piers Pryor's going to lose that position there, but he's going to try and just get that slipstream again into the centre S once again round the outside. He's not going to make that work. Pete Harrod flying into that first corner. And Adam Gosling still not giving up that place, neither is Piers Pryor for the time being. He's right behind Palmer now as they come down the straight. He's going to get a good slipstream down here. Palmer going defensive already, and Piers Pryor just decided backing off slightly actually, so decided against it. But Gosling and Draycott, they were side by side, but now Gosling side by side with Pete Harrod around turn 4 here. So go now up the hill towards this midfield section, and Gosling is going to have the inside line for this right-hander here. Coming into here, it's a fast right-hander, third gear in this gear, up to about 80-90 miles an hour around here. Clip both apexes, and Gosling makes it through there, but Harrod is not giving up this place for the time being, but he's gone for very wide there, and that's going to allow Adam Gosling just to get ahead there.
Yeah, Piers Pryor got the move done, well, had the move done for the lead, just going out of that uphill right-hander, and then, of course, we just saw there, lost it to Ben Palmer. So Palmer, on his debut in the series, finally gets to race. He's taken the lead, and here comes Sakovic. Oh, that's so close. Trying to go down the inside of Chaz Draycott into that left-hander up towards the Joan Cow, and then the run down the start-finish straight. Let's have a look at what this order looks like now then. Piers Pryor and Ben Palmer breaking away from the rest of these guys. Let's see what Piers Pryor can do on Ben Palmer. Palmer we saw down into turn 1 in the centre S a few laps ago, getting a good move done on Pete Harrod. Now let's see what Piers Pryor can do to Ben Palmer. Across the line we go onto lap 5, about 8 laps of racing left, 13 minutes or so. Into the centre S we go, and Ben Palmer covering the inside line. At the same time, Pete Harrod's going at it with Adam Gosling. That's going to be brave there from Harrod if he can get it done. Round the outside of the centre S, back down the inside. And they're going to be side by side through turn 3. No, Gosling's just able to hold on.
Sakovic was wide through the second part of the centre S, and that's allowed Chaz Draycott to get back past him. And that's going to allow Adam Hadfield to get in on this act as well. So again, we've got little packs of cars just ebbing and flowing here. But it's Sakovic is going to lose the place, is he, to Adam Hadfield? No, he isn't. Hadfield having to tuck him behind for the time being in that Good Advice racing car. But he's got the inside line now as they head up the hill towards this right-hander. Sakovic could end up losing the position here to Hadfield. Down the inside goes Hadfield. Sakovic trying to hold it out round the outside, but you're not going to do that as well. Going into this tight infield section now. It's all about getting your brakes right. A little bit of contact from Sakovic, but they're all keeping together. And look at Tristan Bodis there, trying to work his way through as well, with Ian Roskell behind him. You got Sam Reed and Clinton Bell also behind these two, with Chris Wood. So this is a big battle pack here. Oh, Clinton Bell looking down the inside there of his teammate Sam Reed. So no team orders there between the two Club 73 cars, but Piers Pryor still in the prime position for the time being up at the front in that slipstream as they head up the hill once again. but it's just action all the way through. We've got drivers further back. Robert Verker down in 18th place. He's battling with Trevor Blackbird. It's just all action all the way through this field. It's hard to know where to look at him.
Yeah, it's nothing new there in the Kia Club Series, of course. Here we go then on to start another lap. What's going on at the front? No change there. Any change for second place? Adam Gosling still holding on from Pete Harrod. Harrod looking just a little bit down the inside there into the centre rest, locking a break or two. Chaz Draycott. Then it's Adam Hadfield with Sakovic right with him. And Hadfield didn't get the best of runs on entry into the centre rest. And now look at him. He's all over the place, all over those curbs on the inside of the curve of Del Sol. And now here we go towards Casino del Lago then. Turn 3 and look at Bodis going. Is that Bodis going for it? Yes, it is. Trying to get past Sakovic. And then he's got his teammate there as well for good measure in Ian Roskell. And Sakovic is through, and will it allow Bodis through? Bodis trying to go around the outside, gets forced out wide, and now that's going to allow Ian Roskell to come alongside.
Yeah, the two teammates. It's fantastic racing from everybody here, but I think Ian Roskell deciding against battling his teammate because he does realise that. What's it? Ian Roskell and Tristan Bodis are pretty close together in the championship, and so we've got a car just running out the way there, just to get out the way. That's one of the back markers. It looked like James Leggett by the looks of it. So he was one of the people, but no, it wasn't James Leggett. It was Ethan McColgan just getting out the way. New to the series, and it's a bit of a baptism of fire coming to this track. We're almost halfway through this race here. 10.5 minutes to go in this race. Ben Palmer under intense pressure now from Piers Pryor. Pryor just running a little bit wide out of the exit of Young Cow though, as they head up the hill once again. But Palmer should be getting a little bit of a slipstream from the car in front. It's a back marker. It looks like Dave Crozier, it is. So maybe just getting a little bit of a slipstream there to help him in this battle against Piers Pryor. As they head down towards turn 1 now, across the timing line they go. 10 minutes left in this race, and Ben Palmer holding on for the time being for the back. You've still got side-by-side action. It's Adam Hadfield and Tristan Bodis, and Bodis trying to go around the outside there. He's going to have the inside for the second part of the centre S, but Adam Hadfield gets a good exit round there, and here comes Ian Roskell then on his teammate. Roskell trying to battle away with Tristan, and this battle for 6th place, 7th place is still ongoing as Tristan Bodis now just trying to get down into turn 4, not able to make it work. A little bit of contact there, but able to carry on, no harm done. As Ian Roskell runs wide now, he's got Sam Reed looking down the inside. Sam Reed cutting across the front of Roskell. It's a forceful move for up to 9th place there, and Roskell's going to lose another place here, is he, to Clinton Bell. Bell running around the outside, but he shouldn't be able to hold that, although he's going to try into this tight right-hander. Clinton Bell though having to settle to back in behind him for 11th place for the time being. But look at Piers Pryor up at the front there. He's all over the back of Ben Palmer, and these two fighting away is actually allowing Adam Gosling and Pete Harrod to close up a little bit.
Yeah, let's see if Piers Pryor can get a good run into the Juncal now. He hit the curve a bit too much last time around. He got a perfect entry there, and now he's got the run. And Ben Palmer hasn't got the car in front of him to just give him a little bit of slipstream this time. He's basically going to be pushing Ben Palmer, is Piers Pryor this time around. We're going to start lap 8. About 6 laps of racing left, and they're side by side in the background, but we'll focus on this for now. Here we go, over the timing line. Piers Pryor looking this way and that, trying to force Ben Palmer into possibly a dummy move or something. Into the centre rest we go at the same time. Harrod and Gosling battling it out, and they're side by side through the centre rest. Who's going to come out on top there? It is still side by side. This is not resolved yet in the battle for 3rd. And it's just Gosling for the moment, but Harrod's going to run out wide on the exit. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead's on.
Yeah, a little bit of pushing and bumping and barging, a little bit of Morse code being given by Piers Pryor on the back bumper of Ben Palmer's car. That Kia Optima getting a fair old rubbing down there. It will need a bit of T-cut to get rid of Piers Pryor's paintwork from the back of that Kia. But as they head up the hill once again, this is where Ben Palmer just seems to be able to hold his own through here. Although, as I say that, he runs a little bit wide there through the first part. Piers Pryor right onto the back of him. He's going to have a look here possibly into this right-hander, but not for the time being. And like I say, all the time this is happening. Here comes Adam Gosling and Pete Harrod. Maybe Ben Palmer's just used a little bit much of his tyres at the start of this race. Maybe he's just cooked the tyres a little bit, because it is rather warm. 97 degrees Fahrenheit track temperature, so quite a warm track for them to contend with as they head now down towards Young Cow. And it'll be interesting to see if Piers Pryor can get that perfect exit once again through here, and they just clip the curb there on the left, running out wide. They both run a bit wide there actually, but Piers Pryor still able to be right up that back end of of Ben Palmer's car now as they head down the straight once again. Look at Piers Pryor all over the back bumper of Palmer. It's almost as if he's holding back slightly, actually. It looks like he's trying to hold back, waiting for towards the end of the race to make that move towards the end. And Adam Gosling coming charging in. He's having to be very defensive against Pete Harrod, but not able to make it past for the time being is Pete. We've got more battling going on. Adam Hadfield and Sam Reed, they're battling away. We've got a car running wide there. That was Chris Wood who ran wide there, so he's dropped down to 12th place. Ashel Blake keeps on falling down the order. He's lost another place down to 17th place, and he's got Trevor Blackburn for company there, so still close action. But these two up at the front, Piers Pryor and Ben Palmer, putting on a hell of a show. Piers Pryor, this is where he's going to go for it down the inside into this right-hander. Will there be a little bit of contact? There's a little bit of a rub there, but Ben Palmer loses out that position to Piers Pryor. Pryor making the most of that better run. Ben Palmer, a little bit of contact, saying, well, if anything you can do, I can do as well. Go through this tight infield section, and it'll be interesting to see if Palmer now can get onto the back of Piers Pryor and be able to do to Pryor what he did to him.
And here comes everyone else. Adam Gosling's arrived, and so have Pete Harrod and Chaz Draycott. They all want a piece of this action as well. We're on lap 9, about to start lap 10. 4 laps to go when we get to the line, and this battle is just immense. It's hot on the racetrack, and it's hot in the commentary box, I can assure you as well. Out of the junk shall we go, up the straight, and on our way towards the centre rest. Piers Pryor then up in the lead for the first time in a while. Let's see if Ben Palmer can try and respond. He will have the slipstream, of course. Piers Pryor won't. And Adam Gosling will just be watching this to try and benefit from any mistakes that these two might make. Over the line we go, in towards the centre rest. Gregory might do a dummy. Oh, dear me. And in towards the first corner we go. Has Piers Pryor hit his braking point? He hasn't. He's gone wide. And he's just going to hold on. Is he going to get a cut back? Is Ben Palmer? He is. And he's got the line. And he is going to be just clear, I think, as we head towards Casino del Lago. Is he? Yes.
That is fantastic driving there from Ben Palmer. Fourth, getting the lead back ahead of Piers Pryor, but Pryor is not going to give this one up. And here comes Adam Gosling, as you say, side by side with Pete Harrod. Don't say Piers Pryor's going to go around the outside. No, he isn't, because he's gone off the track there. Palmer, though, it's still side by side, a little bit closer there. Wow. Possibly, maybe a little bit of rubbing there, but not able to get past is Pryor. Palmer holding that inside line this time around. That's where he lost the lead on the last lap, but Palmer still battling away. Look at Gosling now putting the pressure on Piers Pryor behind. Palmer will be praying that he can bring Gosling into that battle to distract Piers Pryor, so that Ben can maybe make a run for it. We've only got 4 minutes left of this race, and what an intense battle we have up at the front here. We haven't forgot everyone else. Adam Hadfield still battling away with Sam Reed and Clinton Bell, so the Club 73 cars having a good running there. But yeah, this battle up at the front as we head into Young Car. Once again, Pryor getting a little bit impatient. Contact, just mixing his braking a little bit, using Ben Palmer almost as a brake as they go into there. And now up the hill, Palmer just ducking left and right, trying to protect that inside line, but Pryor is trying to do everything he can, and I think this is a whole new one. Palmer getting a little bit of a push, a little bit of a bump draft down the main straight as they go towards turn 1, and Piers Pryor looking to the outside of Palmer. He's trying to force him into a mistake, and here comes Pete Harrod looking down the inside of Adam Gosling, but Gosling is going to have things side by side, but Harrod has the place. Fantastic work from Pete Harrod to get ahead of Adam Gosling there. Chaz Draycott's just sitting back here going, come on boys, let's all have a big crash so I can take the win. Palmer going defensive once again. Piers Pryor, though, is too far back to make anything of it because he's got Pete Harrod now all over the back of him. We know how quick Pete can be. This is coming out to be an exciting climax to this race. We've got just under 3 minutes to go. Adam Gosling is looking all over the back of Pete Harrod now. He doesn't want to give up that place quite so easy. And well, Piers Pryor has got back onto the back of Ben Palmer, so Palmer maybe just struggling, like I was saying, around that infield section, or going into the infield section. Pryor does look a bit quicker through that quick right-hander.
Yeah, it seems to be the straights Ben Palmer's saving grace at the moment, but Pete Harrod, I thought he was going to take them all out there going into the centre rest. What great late braking there as Piers Pryor continues to bump Ben Palmer through the Bico to Pato. We're heading through the left-hander and up to the Juncal once again. We'll see if Piers Pryor can get that good run. We're going to be starting lap 12 and we're about to start the penultimate lap of the race. Don't rule out Pete Harrod though. He's been down as far low as 4th. He's now up to 3rd. Could he possibly take a 2nd or even a win? Let's see what Piers Pryor can do though. Through the left-hander. And on our way down towards the centre S, Ben Palmer will obviously cover the inside line once again, won't he? And we're going to come across the line now. 2 laps to go.
Oh, no! That's a big accident! Piers Pryor getting into the back of Ben Palmer there. Pryor is going to hold the lead for the time being, but how damaged is Pryor's car? Ben Palmer, I can tell you, will be absolutely livid. The red mist will have descended in that car. His car's a wreck. I'll be amazed if he can get a good finish here at all, because it's barely going straight in.
3 wide.
As you say, are we going to make it 3 wide? Well, Harrod, he's battling with Piers Pryor now. Pryor rather forceful with his move there. It's not really the place to bump draft as well as you go through that section off the track, because you are still turning. You're going to turn the car around, and well, Harrod and Gosling, they need to stop fighting with each other to try and keep up with Piers Pryor, because Pryor's trying to make a break for it at the moment now, as Pete Harrod very loose into that right-hander there, and now into another one of the right-handers here at the top into the infield section. It's very slow, it's very technical round here, and Pryor's trying to make a break for it. As I say, we've lost Yolmari Raipalina on that last lap as well. Just for your information, I'm sorry we can't mention much more, because this battle for the lead has been absolutely enthralling, but it's very controversial. I think there'll be a lot of crosswords made by Ben Palmer after that incident.
I think that's just one bump draft too many. What were we saying before we went on airport about live team radio? I wouldn't have liked to have tuned into Ben Palmer's radio, that's for sure. But now it's Pete Harrod versus Piers Pryor for the win. We're going to come through to get 1 lap to go, just 20 seconds left of racing, but of course we will get 1 extra lap because we crossed the line before we hit 0. Clinton Bell and Sam Reed might be having a good battle, but I'm intending to focus on this battle for the lead. Into turn 1 we go. Round the outside is Pete Harrod going to go. Piers Pryor on the inside.
With 3 wide with Sam Reid. In fact, we're nearly 4 wide with Sam Reid and Clinton Bell and Adam Hadfield as they go into turn 1. I can tell you that. They're going side by side, 2 by 2, all through this first part. Clinton Bell trying to go around the outside of Adam Hadfield. A little bit of contact. Bell over the grass, but Bell continues. Sam Reid is trying to follow his teammate through. A little bit of contact, a little bit of rubbing with Adam Hadfield. Hadfield running wide there. But this is absolutely enthralling battle between these cars. They've been at it all race. Adam Hadfield isn't going to give up on Clinton Bell. Down into turn 4, not going to make that move stick, but we'll draw our attention to the front battle because Pete Harrod is all over the back of Piers Pryor at the moment, and maybe it's going to be all about that run up the hill. Maybe that's one final chance for that position, but Pete will want to get that before then. Harrod all over the back of Piers Pryor. He's really giving him a good bit of pressure as we head now down towards the end of this tight infield section, and Harrod trying to get the better run here, just going to the outside there, getting the wider line. He's going to try and carry the speed through here down towards Young Cow for the final time. This has been an absolutely fantastic race, and it's only the first race of 2 tonight. Piers Pryor a little bit over the curb. Pete Harrod, not maybe the best one, is running down the inside though. He seems to have the better run here, but Piers Pryor carrying that speed now. He's now going to get the slipstream is Pete. It's going to be across the line, and it's going to be a case of who wins. Well, I think it might be Piers Pryor, although here comes Pete Harrod. More contact between the two across the line. Who wins that one? It's Piers Pryor by 0.043 of a second ahead of Pete Harrod. Fantastic. We've still got that battle with Adam Hadfield. Clinton Bell finishes ahead of them with Adam Hadfield there in 8th for Sam Reid 9th. There's still battle going on with Trevor Blackburn as well, going across the line there. He's finished up in 16th place. Just looking down, Dale Green is he's back with Rick Scott as well, and so too is Michael Jones as well. Michael Jones is battling away. He's trying to get past now down the inside of Dale Green for position, and this is going to be for 25th, 26th. Oh, big contact, massive contact. Over goes Dale Green. He is well, that's after the line, so I would have thought that his result will still count, but that is a huge incident there. So we see some big crashes here down that start and finish straight, but I'd say the most crucial one was that one involving Ben Palmer, who,
and breathe, Paul.
Yeah, and breathe. Yeah, absolutely. That was just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Fantastic from the drivers there.
What a race. Piers Pryor then takes the win by 43 thousandths. Pete Harrod gets second in the end, and it could have been a win. But yeah, great job from Piers Pryor. 7th on the grid to first, and welcome to the Club Series, people. If you've just watched it for the first time here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live, I assure you we've got plenty more of that to come later. Shall we run you through the finishing order then? I'll let you get your breath back.
Yeah, please.
Pierce Pryor wins. Pete Harrod second. Adam Gosling got on the podium in the end. He was yo-yoing up inside the top 1 or 2 during the race as well. Chaz Draycott got fourth. Maciek Zakovic fifth. The top 5 separated by less than a second. Tristan Bottis in 6th. Clinton Bell in 7th. Adam Hadfield in 8th. 9th for Sam Reed, and rounding out the top 10 it's Ian Roskell. Another close battle there. Chris Wood in 11th. Sean Gardner finished 12th. Max Wright 13th. Roy Ververke in 14th. Perry Warburton in 15th. 16th for Trevor Blackburn. 17th in the end. Ben Palmer. Just a bit of a bump draft issue with Pierce Pryor possibly, and that's what caused him to lose all those positions. Ashley Blake Coos in 18th, 19th for Neil Bamber from 33rd on the grid, so good fight back through the field for him, and the same for Neil Rocks, 29th to 20th. Ben Warburton finished in 21st, 22nd for Alex Bristow, 23rd for Darrell Rampton. Ben Gregory, pole sitter, down to 24th in the end due to that crash, which may have been on cold tyres going into the Centre S on lap 1. 25th for Rick Scott, 26th Michael Jones, 27th Dale Green, 28th Stuart Atkinson, 29th for Mark Woodhouse, and then 30th for Christopher Sherburn. Andrew Woodhouse 31st, Jason Rowe 32nd, and then the car's 1 lap down or more. Jim Flanagan 33rd, David Crozier 34th, involved in that crash at the start of the race. Ethan McColgan 35th, and Jan Mari Raipalina 36th, and then James Leggett, who I think was on his roof right from the word go, 37th in the end. And Linus Bertram didn't start, and it's not racing tonight due to connections. He will be in 38th, but yeah, 37 cars in the end.
Wow, that is just the first 5 covered by a second. That is absolutely incredible racing, and we've got another race to go. Adam, how am I gonna last? I think I nearly burst a blood vessel then.
Yeah, I do not know what's going to happen, and usually the second race is the more exciting of the 3. Let's just hope we have another great battle for the lead, like we did there, as we just saw there. And we've got a reverse grid as well.
Yeah, so who's up for the reverse grid then, Adam?
So we've got 15 down to 26 in the Club Series. I tell you, we've got so many different reverse grid formats in all the Kia races, it's hard to keep up. But yeah, 15 down to 26, and the contenders are as follows: Perry Warburton, Trevor Blackburn, Ben Palmer, Ashley Blake Cood, Neil Bamber, Neil Rocks, Ben Warburton, Alex Bristow, Darrell Rampton, Ben Gregory, Rick Scott, and Michael Jones. So who's going to be on pole for the second race of the night? Round 14 of the Kia Club Series. We'll leave it in the hands of Samuli Kumo to push the button and decide who's going to be on pole.
One person I think who will be hoping that it comes out from is Ben Palmer after that first race, because he showed he had the pace there. So he'll be hoping for a good reverse grid decision. We'll have to wait and see what that is. As the wheel spins round and comes to a halt, what that number will be, we'll soon find out. It's a little bit longer than normal there, Adam, but we'll wait for this. See, the problem is we can't see it. Number 18! So who's that?
It's Ben Palmer will be in second, but pole position will go to Ashley Blake Hood. He'll be on the pole position then for race 2. Ben Palmer will be alongside him. Trevor Blackburn 3rd, Perry Warburton 4th, and Roy Ververke in 5th.
So there we go. That was round 13, and if that's anything to go by, round 14 is going to be absolutely epic. Don't go anywhere, because this will be must-see TV. It's absolutely fantastic. We'll take a step aside for one moment as I get my breath back and hopefully take some Valium maybe to calm me down. It is the Club Series, Kia Club Series with Crest Glazing and XL Designs, and we'll be right back after these short messages.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight. and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back to the Kia Club Series with Crest Glazing and XL Designs. It is now round 14 of the championship, and well, controversial, exciting, dramatic, those are some of the words that you can use to describe it. Absolutely unbelievable, I think, is another way of saying it as well. Absolutely fantastic racing from the Club Series. It never disappoints, and this circuit in Interlagos also never disappoints here. But we are ready for the reverse grid race. It's going to be Ashley Blakewood on pole with Ben Palmer in second, and a little bit cooler conditions now because we are in the late afternoon, and this golden glow on the track here certainly giving us some good looking action here. And well, Adam, we saw plenty of action there in that first race, and usually, as you said, the second race is a dramatic one. How can it top that?
I think we can only top it by having another great battle for the lead. And shame for Ben Palmer, but he's going to be at the front. And of course, now we've got the reverse grid to factor in, and that's one way we can top it, because of course we'll have the guys fighting their way back through the pack. Let's see if the likes of Pete Harrod, Piers Pryor can actually get to the front in this second race, and then we could be in for another Barnsummer of a race.
Well, that's it. You know, this championship on the line as well. We're heading down towards the important part of the season, and these drivers that are battling for the championship, they'll really want it to get just good results now for the rest of the season, just to give themselves the best chance of that championship.
Yeah, so they need to make sure they work their way through the field sensibly and don't get involved in any sort of contact which could jeopardise their championship position, of course, because I'm sure that they'd rather finish just outside the top 10 rather than not finish at all. Like some of the drivers did it straight away in that first race, like poor Ben Gregory, of course, who was on the pole And then on cold tyres, just lost it into the first corner, hit that inside Armco barrier and had to go and pit for because of a meatball flag and damage to the car.
Okay, so we're about set for this race. So Adam, why don't you try and take us through in about a minute's time this grid?
Yeah, it's a race against the clock this. Right, here we go. Piers Pryor. Ashley Blake-Hood is on the pole. Ben Palmer alongside him on the front row. Trevor Blackburn 3rd. Perry Warburton 4th. Roy Faverke is in 5th. Max Wright 6th. Sean Gardner 7th. Chris Wood 8th. Ian Rosscore 9th. And Sam Reed rounding out the top 10. 11th, it is Clinton Bell. Tristan Bodis 12th. 13th for Maciek Sakovic. Chaz Draycott 14th. 15th, Adam Gosling. 16th, Pete Harrod. 17th, our race winner, Piers Pryor. Neil Bamber 18th. Neil Rocks 19th. 20th, Ben Warburton. Alex Bristow 21st, Darrell Rampton 22nd, 23rd Ben Gregory, 24th Rick Scott, 25th for Dale Green, 26th Stuart Atkinson, 27th for Mark Woodhouse, 28th for Christopher Sherburn, 29th Andrew Woodhouse, 30th for Jason Rowe, 31st Jim Flanagan, 32nd for David Crozier, 33rd Ethan McColgan, hoping for a better race there, 34th Jarl Murray Ropalina, 35th James Leggett, 36th Michael Jones, and starting on the back in 37th, it is Adam Hadfield.
And we've got the green light. Well done there, Adam. Fantastic work, but good start then from Ashley Blake-Hood. But Ben Palmer is going to look down the inside into turn 1. Will we see any more big crashes as we head through turn 1? We'll have to wait and see. There's been nothing before the start line, which is what happened last time. There's been an accident. It's Rick Scott is turned round. Here he's having to wait for all the cars to come through. And, well, disaster for him. We've got cars off the track there at turn 2, but still, as we head down towards the turn 4 now, it's Ashley Blake-Hood and Ben Palmer battling it out for the lead, but Ben Palmer getting ahead. We've got more contact going on further back. Big accident. That's surely going to be a yellow
Safety
flag.
car.
It is. And that is a huge one. There's Chaz Draycott's involved in that one. There's also one of the Good Advice Racing cars there.
Rick Scott again.
James Leggett's involved. You've got Michael Jones involved. That was a huge incident, and I'm not surprised that the yellow flag has come out there.
Right, let's see where it started. I can see a car sideways. Is it James Leggett? I think it is. Car 13 is the one to look at.
25 was involved. That's Chris Sherburn.
Ethan McColgan.
He's involved in something. And Ethan's just corrected. Oh, there's also one further ahead of them as well. So, that's a huge incident. We've seen big accidents down at that part of the track before in other series, but that is a huge one, and it's the first time we've had a safety car in quite a while in the club series, and unfortunately we've had to call it there for a huge one. That is a big incident. At least 6, maybe 7 cars involved in that one. Jason Rowe certainly involved as well.
The first safety car of the season, and we see it so many times whenever we have big crashes there. There's just nowhere for anyone to go because it all filters down due to the nature of the circuit, and that's another big crash. And I wasn't going to mention it, the fact that we haven't had really a huge wreck in that section of the circuit yet tonight, but we just had it there. So let's have a look at the order then. We've just completed the first lap. Safety car awaits these guys at the end of the back straight. Ben Palmer leads Ashley Blake-Hood by 0.6 of a second. Trevor Blackburn 3rd. Perry Warburton 4th. Roy Faverke 5th. Chris Wood 6th. Sean Gardner 7th. Max Wright 8th. Sam Reed 9th. And Ian Rosscore rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody just getting to calm down, get their thoughts. Any drivers with a bit of damage will be able to come in and do a bit of a repair job on their car. And, well, we've still got cars absolutely flying around just trying to catch up to the back of the train here, because quite a few cars involved in incidents. I know Rick Scott was one of those at turn 1. Chris Sherburn's in the pits, so too is James Leggett, Michael Jones, Chaz Draycott, Stuart Atkinson, Jason Rowe, Ethan McColgan and Adam Hadfield all in the pits at the moment. And I dare say there'll be a few more heading into that pit lane as well. For this race. One of the cars involved, Alex Bristow, is involved there as well. He's got quite a bit of damage on his car. It's just Dale Green. His car looks a bit of a mess as well at the front of that. The Pie car, certainly a bit of damage on the front end of that one and on the back end as well. He's been in the wars. Maybe worth just coming in at the end of this lap just to get that car repaired a bit.
We have a fast tow rule in this series.
Yeah,
I don't think
we have a fast repair. Yes,
fast repair.
So there is the opportunity to get one quick repair done on your car, and some of these drivers will be taking advantage of that, I bet.
Yeah, and I'm sure Ben Gregory might have took advantage of that in race 1. That was allowed him to get a decent finish there. He's currently lying 18th for the moment after starting 23rd, so a good start from him. Let's have a look at any other guys that have moved up a few positions. Piers Pryor, our race 1 winner, started 17th up to 14th.
Jim Flanagan, look at that, 31st to 22nd, all because of those incidents.
Oh yeah, great beneficiary there, 31st to 22nd for Jim Flanagan. Was involved in contact at the start of race 1, of course. 32nd to 26th for David Crozier as well. So another good start there for him as well. We're coming across the line now. The lights should go out on top of the safety car. And then we'll have one more lap of running under safety car conditions. And then we'll be back to green flag racing for what will be, due to it being a time race, I don't know how many laps we'll have left.
Well, it'll be about 13-12 minutes, won't it? Something like that. So it's effectively a sprint race. As if it wasn't enough of a sprint race already.
And we'll have... and this will allow the likes of Howard and Pryor to pick these guys off one by one, because they won't have any gaps. The gaps wouldn't have spread out as they could have done on a first lap under green flag conditions. So stand by, folks. This is definitely going to be one to watch.
Dave Crozier, Rick Scott, Alex Bristow, all taking advantage of that quick repair. So they're in getting new tyres as well. They might as well get new tyres. If nothing else, it'll give them a little bit of an advantage, because they will be able to catch up to the back of this pack. And those tyres will be a little bit fresher, and they'll be able to get going rather sharpish with that car. But yeah, this train of cars weaving, trying to get temperature in this tyre. To be honest, I don't know why drivers are doing that in this Kia, because the Kia is notorious for being very sensitive to overheating your tyres, and if you warm up the tyres a bit too much, they go off towards the end of the race.
Yeah, especially for my days of driving the Kia, I was always taught on making sure that you do your pace lap before your qualifying lap as slowly as you can, because you don't want to burn those tyres up just on your out lap. And yeah, if you heat the tyres up too much, possibly just weaving about from side to side during the safety car laps, then you could find you be in problems later on in the race.
So they're heading into the infield now, and well, it's Ben Palmer at the lead of this. And Ben, will he be thankful that there's a safety car, or will he be cursing his luck, because everybody, and I mean everybody in the field, is right there ready to pounce if he makes any mistake?
I think a bit of both, really. It would have been a shame for Ben Palmer if it was him and Blake was on their own and they'd established quite a gap over Blackburn, but I don't think they'd been able to do that before the safety car was thrown. So I think he'll just be happy that we're easing into the time, of course. It's not as if it was a lapped race and we're just slowly working our way on lap 3.
Oh, there's contact going into that right-hander, so certainly people just backing up here.
And
it's all the contact. Yeah, there's more contact.
Yeah.
Everybody coming to a standstill as they head through this infield.
Right, Ben Palmer needs to be careful here, because we've seen some calamitous events where people have tried to back up the pack and then gone, and then realised that the safety car's still there. So,
I know from personal experience that the safety car pulls in very late, and I think Ben Palmer has gone rather too early here, because that safety car will still be on the track. It's a slow safety car. He's coming through round, and I think he's about to get a shock. Yes, he is. There it is, and he's going to have to brake very hard.
No.
That could cause a big accident. Oh, gee! He timed it completely wrong. There's going to be a big accident, surely. And there it is.
And it's Piers Pryor, and it's the green Club 73 car on its roof. Sam Reed.
Oh, absolutely disastrous there for the start of this one. Well, calamitous, I think, is the word that we'll use.
Pete
That's
Harrod.
more contact.
Pete Harrod.
Oh, Pete Harrod does he? He's been involved in that. He has. He's tumbling down the timing screen. He's in the pits. He's having to repair his car, but it's Ben Palmer out the front. Ashley Blake Hood's fallen down to 3rd place there. So Trevor Blackburn, good drive from the driver there of the Team Mad team. He's got to 3rd place, but Pete Harrod, that's huge for the title. That's going to have big implications here. But Trevor Blackburn in 2nd place with Ashley Blake Hood in 3rd. Perry Warburton in a good 4th place for him. He started 4th. Chris Wood's dropped down the order a little bit at the start there, so he was involved in a little bit of contact there, just getting caught out. It's all going to have to just sort itself out. Roy Viverke up to 5th place. Good work from him with Max Wright in 6th. Tristan Bodis in 7th. And look at that Piers Pryor up to 8th already, with Ben Gregory right behind him. So Ben will be trying to make amends for that first race, and Adam Gosling right behind him in 10th.
Yeah, my apologies to Piers Pryor. I did see it. I thought it was his Club 73 car going off into the air, but it was obviously someone else. The different colours, of course, on these Club 73 cars, helping us identify who's who. And yeah, Piers Pryor, one of the big names to survive that. Ben Gregory also survived it as well. Don't forget, he started 23rd on the grid. He's up to 9th already. So we're coming around to complete our first lap under green flag conditions. Let's see who is leading. Ben Palmer leads Trevor Blackburn as we come across the line. Then it's Blake Hood. Then it is Perry Warburton. Then Roy Ververke, Max Wright, Tristan Bodis. Then it's Piers Pryor, Ben Gregory in 9th. And then Adam Gosling rounding out the top 10. So Race Hub have still got some cars in this.
Yeah, they certainly have. That'll help their championship standings. Where's Magic Sakovic? Because CQR are having an awful round this time.
24th, and he's in the pits.
Yeah, he's in the pits. Pete Harrod has been in the pits, of course. He's down there. And Alec Bristow, he's been involved in things as well. So absolutely disastrous. Trevor Blackburn! What on earth's happened to him? He's pulling off. Oh no, it's an engine blow up. He's just changed down gears too aggressively there. And well, that's his second place gone. That's an absolute disaster for him. He has been improving. One of the Club 73 cars keeping out the way there of everybody coming through. But Ashley Blake Hood in that second place is under pressure from Perry Warburton. Perry trying to get a good result here because, that Team Dial-Up team, they're battling away for that third place in the Teams Championship. Roy Ververke for Crest SVR. They're in 4th place now, and people picking up the pieces from others, and certainly working a bit more calamitous, shall we say, in this race than dramatic last time.
Yeah, from the dramatic to the crazy almost, and yeah, only 28 points, don't forget, between Team Dial-Up and Club 73, and Perry Warburton will be trying all he can to close that deficit in this race, of course, with 2 of the Club 73 cars out. Here we go then, on to lap 6. 6 laps to go, just over 9 minutes left on the clock. Here comes Perry Warburton trying to take that position away from Ashley Blake Hood into the centre S. Has a look down the inside. Any gap there? There's a little bit of an opening, but just no way through. Meanwhile, side by side, there's a Race Hub car going side by side. It's Ben Gregory. He's trying to get past Tristan Bodis. As we recover the Salon, hits him. He points him back in the right way. I don't think they've sustained too much damage. And now here comes the other Race Hub car, Adam Gosling, as they head towards the Casino de Lago.
And down towards that left-hander now was Perry Warburton still looking, trying to get through there. And Perry Warburton, he's not able to get Piers Pryor is not able to get past that Max Wright. Although I say that, Piers Pryor goes down the inside there, trying to get that position, and up to 5th place goes Piers, running Max Wright out wide. A little bit of contact there, and Max Wright is the one who suffers for that.
Yeah, and Max Wright, I don't know what happened there, but he just went straight on. I don't know what really happened there. It looks a bit odd to see him go flying straight on after that. Smallest bit of contact there, but yeah, Piers Pryor now up into 5th place, the race 1 winner. Meanwhile, in front of him, Roy Ververke still trying to get past Perry Warburton, who in turn is trying to get past Ashley Blake Hood as well. So we don't have a battle for the lead, but we do have a battle for 2nd place.
Yes, and the man who's trying to make the moves is Piers Pryor. We've seen how robust his driving can be, and certainly he's got the pace here once again in this series. Ben Palmer, by the way, out at the front there by 3.5 seconds, so he's managed to break that draft, break that toe, as we've got side-by-side action further back. That looks like Tristan Bodis side-by-side there with Adam Gosling. Gosling down the inside into the centre S once again. Gosling, he's going to try and just give it a little bit of space to Tristan, and they do well there through their side-by-side. Gosling now up to 7th place with Ben Gregory ahead of him, and Piers Pryor is attacking Roy Ververke, who is attacking Perry Warburton as they head now down to Curva de Sol. Not Curva de Sol, sorry. Down to turn 4. Piers Pryor getting the better run there through turn 4. Roy Ververke having to just run out a little bit wide there, and that's going to allow Piers Pryor to come alongside him, but Ververke has got the inside line there for this right-hander, but Pryor looking to get the cut back. He's trying to look down the inside. not able to make the move for the time being as Piers, but he's certainly looking busy. Perry Warburton, all of a sudden under intense pressure of Roy Ververke. Fantastic move there from Roy. He's going to carry it on around the outside here. He's going to have the inside for the next right-hander. And look who's going to follow through. It's going to be Piers Pryor, surely, to follow through. No, they're still side by side. Fantastic driving from these two. The Team Dial-Up and Crest SVR car. Look at this, side by side through this left-hander they go. And Roy Ververke, well, he's still side by side. For the best part of half a lap, side by side, these two. And Perry Warburton finally is going to just drop behind it. Here comes Piers Pryor now to look down the inside of Perry Warburton. Warburton maybe losing 2 positions here. Piers Pryor very, very close to the back end, to that rear quarter panel. We've seen what can happen in this Kia when you get the rear quarter panel contact. Piers Pryor very close to that pit wall, just given enough room by Perry Warburton down the inside into the centre S once again. We've dropped about 5 3/4 minutes to go, and Piers Pryor down the inside takes that place up to 4th place. Fantastic driving there from all 3 drivers.
Side by side for almost a third or even half a lap. That was great to watch, and this Interlagos circuit lends itself to doing that. But now look who's closed in as a result of them going side by side for so long. Ben Gregory and Adam Gosling, the 2 race-up cars, have now decided to join the action as well, heading towards the turn 4 section, the left-hander, and then the run back up the hill. Lap 8, 5 and a bit minutes to go, 3.5 laps to go if you're counting by the laps. And now Piers Pryor's going to try and set his sights on Roy Ververke as we head up the hill into the infield section. This is where he was able to get a move done a few laps ago, and this is where Roy Ververke was able to get it done. Look behind, yeah, Adam Gosling down the inside of Perry Warburton.
That's Ben Gregory.
Ben Gregory, I did beg your pardon, yeah.
Gregory's trying to hold it around the outside. He's seen it happen before, and Gosling's trying to get a piece of the action as well. He's going down the inside to Gregory through. Gosling through, and here comes Bonness as well. He's going to try and make it through as well to try and get that place. And Perry Warburton, it's been a disaster of a lap here, but he's holding on for the time being. They're side by side. Well, surely they won't be able to make it through. I can hear more contact going on further ahead, but Piers Pryor now is still back with Roy Ververke, but Roy is battling it out with Ashley Blake Hood. So Blake Hood, he said to me before we started this race that he's not been liking this car around this track, and well, Ververke, we've seen how well he can do with the overtakes and with the defensive driving as well. Piers Pryor holding back for the time being, trying to pick up any pieces if there are any, and he's trying to get the better run now through Curva de Sol.
Slow down,
slow down, yeah. Yeah, he's been just cutting the course a little bit. A contact! Pryor with Gregory. Gregory obviously didn't realise he was slowing down, and that's caused some damage on the front of Gregory's car, but through goes Gregory, and Gosling, more importantly, is through, although Pryor looking down the inside of Gosling as they're going to turn 4 once again. They're just pushing each other to the limits of the track and of adhesion, and well, Gosling still got the inside contact. It's the rear quarter panel. It was
be careful, guys, are coming back on.
Oh, this is going to be dangerous now. Piers Pryor coming back across, almost contact with Tristan Bonness. That was dangerous from Piers Pryor there. Okay, I know you've lost the control of the car, but you've got to give an effort to try and get on safely, and that was that certainly will be looked at surely by the stewards there. It's certainly not good driving from Piers. I know he was made, he had contact, but well, that was maybe just a little bit rough as Roy Ververke has made it past Ashley Blake Hood while all that has been going on. So Roy, really good driving here for Crest SVR, up into 2nd place now, but Ben Palmer, he is 5.8 seconds ahead at the moment of that 2nd place man. So he's definitely checked out at the front. But it's Ben Gregory in 4th, Tristan Bonness 5th, Piers Pryor ended up then coming back on in 6th place with Perry Warburton in 7th, Max Wright in 8th. Adam Gosling was a big loser of that incident. He's battling away with Andrew Woodhouse. They're going side by side. They've got Max Wright and also Chris Wood ahead of them side by side into the turn 1. Woodhouse able to hold on to that 10th place for the time being ahead of Gosling. Wood a little bit slow out of that centre S, and Woodhouse and Gosling are going to make it through past Chris Wood there. And now down towards turn 4 they go once again. It's been dramatic, different type of race, but certainly still being dramatic. A side by side Gosling down the inside of Wood, and Gosling should have that place stone up there. Max Wright running a little bit wide ahead of Andrew Woodhouse.
Yeah, they were quick to capitalise for Woodhouse and Gosling. Ben Gregory, I thought, was gone there for a second, but Woodhouse round the outside of Max Wright. Is he going to do it? I think he might be able to get it done here in towards the right-hander as we start this infield section. Woodhouse has to get out of it, and good driving there for Max Wright to make sure that Woodhouse couldn't get back alongside into the left-hand as we head towards the Pico to pass over. But now here comes Gosling and Woodhouse. Woodhouse forces him wide. Gosling comes back onto the track into the right-hander. Hard on the brakes we go. They're going to be side by side surely now through the left-hander. Gosling needs to be aware that Woodhouse is there, and I think he is. Yes, he is. And now we're heading up towards the Juncal, the final left-hander before we full throttle towards the centre rest. Woodhouse back up the inside, trying to take away this ninth position. Gosling runs wide on the exit over the curbs, but he has the run on the exit. He might be able to pull clear of Woodhouse maybe in the team dial-up car. He is just, but now Woodhouse will be in the slipstream heading towards the centre rest.
Yeah, we're on to the final lap here because there's less than a minute to go now. As across the line they go, Woodhouse, Gosling going defensive on Andrew Woodhouse there. And look at that, Chris Wood behind Woodhouse a little bit later on the brakes there. Into the braking zone, Gosling almost into the back of Max right there, so he had to get on the brakes a bit more than he wanted. That compromised his line through there, and Andrew Woodhouse now trying to make the good exit through Kevin de Sol as they head down towards that turn 4 once again. You can use the slipstream here, and that's what Woodhouse is doing. But look behind, Chris Wood looking to the inside of turn 4. Woodhouse decided, I guess it is a crash further back. That looked like it may have been it's one of, there's a car upside down there. Trying to figure out who that is as well. It's all happened today. It really has, and it's Neil Rocks who's upside
still
down.
There, yeah.
And it's still there, yeah. I don't know what happened there, but it was certainly contact with one of the Team Mad cars who got into another one of the Team Mad cars. And I think it was Jim Flanagan that there was contact with.
Well, this does elevate Pete Howard and Maciek Sakovic up to 22nd and 23rd. I just saw them appear on my timing screen there. But meanwhile, Ben Palmer, Paul, while all the craziness has been going on behind him, he's kept a relatively cool head. No, what's happening?
Ashley Blakehood and Ben Gregory contact into Young Cow. Blakehood makes a side swipe on Tristan Bonnis there, but Ben Palmer is going to come across the line here to win this race. He maybe should have won the first race, but he wins the second race of the evening. Fantastic drive there from Ben to win that one. Roy Verkerk, fantastic drive into second place. Well, in third place then, it's Ben Gregory with that little bit of a late lunge down into Young Cow with Piers Pryor in fifth, just behind Tristan Bonnis. A good drive from Tristan there to put on a good show for us. And well, we've still got let's see if there's any other battles going on. Chaz Draycott is actually battling with Tristan who's that? It's Trevor Blackburn. They're a lap down, they're going across the line there, so they'll be finishing their race. Chaz Draycott finishing behind Trevor. But, well, down Green, he's been involved in instance, and he's had a good race in the end there, finishing 18th. Well, dramatic again, but a different type of race, broken up with that safety car, and I would say Ben Palmer got the win that he deserved in the end there.
Yeah, so if race 1 was for the purists, race 2 was probably a crash fest, and we had plenty of incidents there, and it started really right from the word go. But yeah, Ben Palmer might have been denied that victory in race 1. Was able to come through brilliantly and started second on the grid, of course. Took the lead on that first lap before the safety car came out. And even though he had that brief moment when the safety car stayed out, which he didn't realise, he was able to come through in the end and take the victory.
But of course, him getting that false, well, it's effectively a false start under the safety car, caused a huge incident behind them, and it took out Pete Harrod, one of the championship contenders. Chaz Draycott was involved in that as well. So some big names involved in that incident, and maybe that'll be looked into. I'll tell you what, the stewards are going to have a busy week this week, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure there'll be plenty of protests filed. I won't be surprised if Ben Palmer fields one for what happened with him and Piers Pryor in race 1. I won't be surprised if any of the others behind felt, that Ben Palmer had a false start, really, and caused that huge pileup that we saw that involved a few of the Club 73 cars. It'll be interesting to see what the Teams Championship and Drivers Championship look like when we head to the next race meeting. Well, shall we run you through the finishing order?
Yeah, let's run through the finishing order while I go and see if I can find some drivers to talk to.
Right then, let's see. Ben Palmer takes the win then. Finally gets a win here. Roy Verkerk second, 5.3 seconds down the road. Ben Gregory in third from 23rd on the grid. Fourth, for Tristan Bodis, 5th for Piers Pryor, 17th on the grid. He won race 1, got a top 5 in the end, and he was involved in a whole load of action as well. Ashley Blake Hood pole sitter to 6th in those final few moments of the second race. 7th for Perry Warburton, 8th Max Wright, 9th Adam Gosling, and Chris Wood rounding out the top 10. Andrew Woodhouse, 29th to 11th, good race from him. 12th was Ben Warburton, 13th Darrell Rampton, 14th Neil Bamber, 15th for David Crozier from 32nd on the grid. Jim Flanagan 16th from 31st. 17th Mark Woodhouse, 18th Dale Green, 19th Jan Murray Ripolina, Christopher Sherburn in 20th, 21st for Sean Gardner. Pete Harrod, championship leader going into this race meeting, 22nd, and behind him Maciej Sakovic in 23rd. Rick Scott 24th, 25th James Eggert, Ian Roskell 26th, and then we've got a whole load of cars one lap down or more. Neil Rocks 27th there on his roof, on his side almost, on the exit of the Curva del Sol with a few laps to go. Jason Rowe 28th, Trevor Blackburn 29th, Chaz Dracar involved in that crash out of the Curva del Sol on lap 1 in 30th, Sam Reed 31st, Alex Bristow 32nd, 33rd was Stuart Atkinson, 34th Adam Hadfield, Clinton Bell 35th, Ethan McColgan 36th, and then Michael Jones I think was involved in that contact right from the word go at the start of the race and finished in 37th.
Yeah, and well, it was a baptism of fire for one driver, Mr. Ben Palmer, and we'll get on to race 2 in a second, but that race 1, I want to talk through that quickly because you had the pace there and you were holding it out there, and just talk us through what you were thinking with Piers. You seem to be giving you a bump draft almost every lap.
Yeah, I think I cooked my tyres on the first 2 laps. I gave Adam a little bump on the second lap, managed to get into the lead, and then I didn't really know what Piers was going to do, and I always thought he was just going to make a late lunge from when I was behind him, but he kept bump drafting me, and well, you probably see what happened.
Yeah, we did see that. I think I burst a blood vessel from that one, but you were able to finish that first race in 17th, and that set you up nicely for the reverse grid, starting on second place for this the second race of the night. And well, you didn't get involved in the carnage at the start of the race, but you did cause a little bit of carnage further back on the restart, mate.
I know. Yeah, start of the race, got to give it to Ash. He just let me through. Wanted to try and push and get away. Safety car come out. I tried, and I thought there was enough gap between us with the safety car. Unfortunately, there wasn't. So I would just like to say sorry to who was involved. But yeah, if I could change things, I would have followed the safety car up the hill and just carried on. And then, went when the safety car pulled in. But we can't do that. But I'll take the win as it is.
Well, I've got to say, I did mention in commentary that I have been guilty of doing that myself, Ben, so don't worry about that. But it is a bit of a baptism of fire to the championship. Anyone you want to give a quick mention to?
Not really. Just glad the race finished when it did. Ray looked really, really fast towards the end. So I'm glad we had the safety car and I had the gap. And just want to say sorry to everyone.
Well, thanks a lot for joining us, Ben. That was it was an eventful race weekend for you, and good luck for next week.
I'll be back.
All right. Well, thanks a lot to Ben there for joining us. I'm just seeing if we've got a quick word with a man who was involved in battle.
Chaz Draycott, hello.
Good evening.
Shall we start with the first race? Just talk us through that one first.
That was fantastic, that was. Absolutely loved that. I was just a spectator and the draft kept me in it basically down the straight. I'd lose time in the middle of the track and then once we got to the end of the straight I was back with him again, so I just kept watching and shouting at him.
Yeah, I tell you what, that battle for the lead was quite something to watch, and a great advert for the Kia Club Series as well.
Yeah, once again, proves that there's good racing with us lot. It's just nice to see how consistent everyone was. It was a shame about the incident between Ben and Piers. I didn't quite see it because my car was full of Pete Harrod's back end, so I've not had a look at that yet. But like I say, like you say, it was a good advert. Yeah, really good.
Moving on to race 2, though, things sadly didn't go your way there. It was all happening out of the Curva del Sol on lap 1.
Well, I did a bit of a Ben Gregory myself and decided to turn into the pit wall at turn 1. And then once I'd got onto the straight, I started checking my relative, and I just saw cars flying over the fence either side, so I slammed on and couldn't avoid it really. So just threw the safety car because the amount of blockage there was. It was a bit of an issue, to say the least.
Despite that, though, you did come back, and even though you got a 30th finish 1 lap down, that should still count for Race Hub's points. And with Gosling and Gregory finishing inside the top 10, that should still get some hope of catching catching CQR before the end of the season.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I know they didn't have a fantastic meeting themselves, to be fair. I think Pete and Majek both finished outside the top 20 in race 2, so it's hopefully a good chunk out of their points. But yeah, it was just a shame after race 1 I couldn't be still up there, but it was my own mistake. So yeah, but Ben and Adam did a really good job working together in race 2 to get through the pack. So yeah, proud of the results tonight. It was good.
And just before we let you go, do you want to send a quick shout out to anyone?
Yeah, the Race Hub guys, as always, for sponsoring us. We've actually agreed an offer with them at the moment for 20% off if you go down there. We've all got promo codes for it if anyone needs them, so message either me, Ben Gregory or Adam Gosling. They're on my Facebook as well. My teammates as well have been really good tonight. They did a really good job working together, and for you guys for the awesome broadcast as always.
No problem at all. And Monza then, next race meeting. Tell you what, that's going to be something. A whole load of slipstreaming. The slipstream is always brilliant in the Kia Optima. I think we're going to see it there again.
Yeah, definitely. Go back to the last season and watch the racing there. It was immense. So I'm hoping we can have a repeat of that.
I will. Well, thanks for talking to us, Chaz.
No worries.
Great series as always, and yeah, we'll see you at the next race meeting.
See you in a bit, boys. Nice one.
Oh, one person that we will grab a word with as well is the man who finished in second place in that race, Roy Verke. Well, it was an eventful week this week, and you were certainly involved in some of those incidents. Just talk us through your week from your point of view, Roy.
First race was one to forget as fast as possible. I just got a slowdown, I think in turn 4. Just got grass on the inside, one of those slowdowns was just keep going up. I was getting cars passing me. I managed to fight up, I think, to 14, so I was quite happy to get some points. And the second race, well, I think everybody saw what happened.
Well, you know, like we say, it was a good result for your team as well, because you getting those good points for in second place in that second race. You must be pleased though to get that in that second race to really pull through and take that positive move towards next week.
Oh yeah, definitely. With bad result from the first one, and definitely needed the points to keep in contention for the podium in the championship. I'm not gonna talk about the championship itself because there's some guys who are way too fast for me. But yeah, good points to keep that podium in sight.
Absolutely. And just anyone you want to give a quick mention to before you head off?
I want to thank Rick Scott and Jason Roma teammates, Rick especially because he's also the main sponsor for this series, or one of the main sponsors with Crest Glazing. So big thanks to him and Jason.
Well, congratulations on the finish in the second race, Roy, and hopefully it goes well for you next week at Monza.
Yeah, not too good results in the past, so I hope it will be better.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us, Roy. Well done.
Cheers.
And well, I mean, it's certainly been a tough week then this week, Adam. But that first race was just an absolute. It was brilliant advertisement for the championship. Second race, a little bit more fractured in the racing, but certainly you'd hope with Monza coming up next week, as Chaz said earlier, it was one of the highlights of last season. Hopefully we can take that forward into next week then.
Yeah, Interlagos should be helpful practice for these guys to learn the slipstreaming art for Monza next week. But yeah, Monza, long straights, tight chicanes, few overtaking possibilities. We're on the Grand Prix circuit for this one, of course, so we'll have the run down towards the Rettifilio. So that'll definitely be interesting to watch away from the line. Of course, standing starts as well. Where will the championship take us? Yeah, 5-car battle for lead race 1, fantastic, and race 2 usually providing its frills and spills there. And yeah, let's roll on next week.
Absolutely, so it is Monza next week. It's the same time once again, Sunday night at 8:30 here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. That's it for this week. It's been fantastic having you along with us for the ride, and we certainly look forward to you joining us next week here in the Kia Club Series with Crest Glazing and XL Designs. I've been Paul Smith, alongside me Adam Bath, and of course Samuli Kumo on the cameras and on the Wheel of Fortune. And we'll see you all next time. Bye.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.